He was the man who changed literature forever. But do you know the untold struggles William Shakespeare faced before becoming the greatest playwright in history? Today, we dive into the life of William Shakespeare, from his humble beginnings in Stratford-upon-Avon to becoming the most celebrated writer the world has ever known. William Shakespeare's story begins in the small town of Stratford-upon-Avon, England, in 1564. Born to John Shakespeare, a glovemaker, and Mary Arden, the daughter of a local farmer, William grew up surrounded by the modest comforts of a working-class family. Life in Stratford was far from glamorous, and the Shakespeare household faced its share of hardships. John, though respected in the community, struggled with financial instability when William was young, causing the family to experience periods of uncertainty. Education during Shakespeare's time was a privilege, not a guarantee. William attended the local grammar school, where he learned the basics of Latin, literature, and rhetoric. But his formal education was cut short, likely due to his family's financial troubles. Unlike many great writers, Shakespeare didn't attend university. Instead, his thirst for knowledge was nurtured by the world around him, the bustling marketplaces, the lively festivals, and the stories told by travelers passing through his hometown. These early experiences would later breathe life into the vivid characters and settings of his plays. As a young man, William married Anne Hathaway, a woman 8 years his senior. Their marriage, often speculated upon by historians, gave Shakespeare 3 children, Susanna and twins Hamnet and Judith. But life in Stratford held limited prospects for someone with William's ambition. Driven by a restless spirit, he left his family behind and moved to London, the heart of England's artistic and theatrical world. At the time, London was teeming with opportunity and risk. Theaters were springing up across the city, drawing crowds from every walk of life. Shakespeare arrived in London with little more than hope and determination. He began his career as an actor and a playwright, joining the Lord Chamberlain's Men, a prominent theatrical company. The early years were challenging. Competition among writers was fierce, and actors were often regarded with suspicion by the upper classes. Yet Shakespeare's talent soon began to shine. His first big break came with plays that captivated audiences and critics alike. Works such as Henry VI and Richard III established Shakespeare's reputation as a master of historical drama. But his genius truly flourished with the creation of timeless masterpieces like Romeo and Juliet, the tragic tale of star-crossed lovers, Hamlet, the story of a prince's struggle with revenge and madness, and Macbeth, a haunting exploration of ambition and fate. These plays didn't just entertain, they delved into the deepest corners of human nature, asking questions about love, power, betrayal, and destiny. As his fame grew, so did his fortunes. Shakespeare became a shareholder in the Globe Theatre, a revolutionary venue that attracted thousands of Londoners. The Globe was more than just a stage. It was a gathering place where stories came alive under the flicker of candlelight and the watchful eyes of an eager audience. Financial success brought Shakespeare security, but he never lost sight of his humble beginnings. He continued to write, drawing inspiration from the struggles and triumphs of ordinary people. Beyond his plays and poetry, Shakespeare's influence extended to the very fabric of the English language. He introduced over 1,700 words that are still in use today. Words like bedazzled, swagger, and lonely. His inventive turns of phrase and clever wordplay enriched the vocabulary of generations, shaping the way we communicate and express ourselves. Phrases such as break the ice, heart of gold, and wild goose chase all trace their origins to his works. Yet, behind the legend was a man who faced hardship and doubt. Shakespeare's success was not guaranteed. The plague often shut down theaters, threatening the livelihood of actors and playwrights. Political tensions and changing tastes meant that fame could be fleeting. But through determination, creativity, and a deep understanding of the human spirit, Shakespeare persevered. As he grew older, Shakespeare returned to Stratford, purchasing a comfortable home for his family. He continued to write, leaving behind a legacy of comedies, tragedies, and histories that would outlive him by centuries. His final years were spent among friends and loved ones, a quiet end befitting a man whose words had thundered across the stages of London. Shakespeare's legacy is not just in his plays, it's in the very words we use every day. His stories have inspired countless adaptations, from ballets and operas to modern films and novels. His insights into love, jealousy, ambition, and the mysteries of life speak to audiences of all ages and backgrounds. Shakespeare reminds us that greatness can emerge from the humblest of beginnings, and that the power of words can shape history. Today, we celebrate William Shakespeare not only as a playwright and poet, but as a pioneer who transformed the way we tell stories. His works invite us to reflect, to dream, and to believe in the possibility of change. Whether you're reading Hamlet for the first time or watching Romeo and Juliet unfold on stage, Shakespeare's influence is everywhere. So next time you use a word like bedazzled or describe someone with a heart of gold, remember that you're quoting the bard himself. His legacy is woven into the fabric of our language, our culture, and our imagination. If you enjoyed this story, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more untold stories of legends. Discover the lives, challenges, and triumphs of history's greatest minds, and let their journeys inspire your own.